Welcome to our navigation part 2 video. I'm going to show you a little bit about Launchpad, where your online lab and ebook is, and how we're going to be recording our speeches. So let's take a look at how we get started. Now, I am not a student, so I don't know exactly what you're going to see. I can tell you what I expect you to see, all right? So we have this set up so once you're in, all you have to do is click and you'll just go right in. So the first time it might be a little bit, there might be a couple more steps. You can come to our course menu where it says Launchpad ebook online lab, click on that to open. You should see Macmillan Learning Tools, I think, at the top, and you'll see this icon, this Launchpad icon right here. That's what I expect you're going to see. So you would click on that. What comes next? That's what I can't see. So I'm assuming you won't need to create an account because you're already paid for the materials and you're part of the TCC Plus program. I believe what you will see is down here at the bottom, again, I'm not sure what it'll look like, it'll ask you to read the privacy notice terms of use. It basically says you can't sell it, you're not going to copy it, you're using it for educational, for your course, and that's it. Right? They're not going to sell your information or share your information either. So you probably should read it. But click on that box, and then I would hit this bottom button. It might say next or submit. And then I think it should take you to our home page. Right? So if it doesn't take you in on that way, you might need to email me and let me know. Even take a screenshot so I can see. I do have people that can help answer some of these questions if we know what you're seeing. So maybe take a screenshot and send it to me so I can try to help. Okay, I wish I could tell you exactly what happens, but since I'm not a student, I can't see it from your viewpoint. So let's assume we're in. You're going to go to our home page, which is navigated very much the same. There is a course menu on the left to navigate. Home page, you can go directly to an ebook. You can go to the Launchpad gradebook. Right? There's a calendar there, etc. You're going to find all of the assignments listed in this main section here under assignments. When in doubt, same policy applies. Click on the titles to open. So welcome to Real Launchpad, click on that to open. If there's a little caret next to it, it will open. Over here on the right side of your screen, it shows you the due dates. And this organizes it by due date, so that is helpful. But it looks like this is a button to open. It's not a button. I wish it was. It would make life easier. So you have to come over here to the left and click to open each one of these. Once you just start clicking on things and nosing around, I think y'all will be fine. It's really pretty easy. Okay. I opened chapter 1 from our course menu, and so here's what it looks like inside. It does have the ebook broken up into sections, so you can certainly look at a particular section. Personally, I would just go to the ebook on the side and just go to the chapter I need. But you are welcome to access it here. But anything that I've assigned for you to do is going to be indicated by a little blue indicator, since it's not a button, right? And so when you look, if there's not a button by it, you're not supposed to do it. It's not required. It's not an assignment, okay? So in Launchpad, there's 2 assignments that you're going to do every week. One is really short and one is your quiz. The first one you're always going to do, well, you can do it in any order you want, is the What About You. You will see this in your ebook. I abbreviate this as WAY, What About You? And it is just a short assessment, just a few minutes, pertaining to that chapter you're just reading and learning more about yourself. And so this is 5 points. You do it, you get the 5 points. You don't do it, you don't get the points. It's very simple, straightforward. If you do it in 1 minute, I'm going to say that I'm not sure that you took it seriously. You could just randomly pick answers. And if I suspect you're not being honest and having academic integrity, that may affect your grade at the end of the semester. So just take the few minutes, actually do this, learn a little bit more about yourself, get your 5 points. Okay, so if you do it in a minute, it shows me how long it takes you to do these, by the way. That's what I'm saying. If you do it in a minute, I'm not sure you're taking it seriously. So then I'm doubting your academic integrity. Don't do that. Okay, and then at the bottom section of every chapter are these learning curves. That's what you're going to call your quizzes for each chapter. Okay, and these are actually a little bit more fun than a traditional quiz. I do not have final exams. I do not have exams. All you have for your quizzes are these learning curves. So there's one for each chapter. Let's take a look at those. We do have a video tutorial on this, and sometimes that will be more helpful. I'm just giving you the brief introduction here. It's called adaptive quizzing, and what will happen is if it senses you're struggling with the questions, it'll give you easier questions. But the questions are worth different amount of points. And so if it gives you easier questions, they won't be worth as much. The harder questions are worth more points. And these learning curves are credit, no credit. This is not graded on an A, B, C, D, F scale. It's credit, no credit. If you reach the target score for that chapter, you get 20 points. If you don't reach the target score for the chapter, you get 0. Okay, so here's chapter 1. The target score is 750. Sometimes it will be more, it could be less, and it'll show you your progress. Okay, so it'll tell you what sections are covered in this Launchpad quiz learning curve, and it'll tell you how well you actually are understanding. Okay, because I don't have a final exam, it would put together a study tool for you to prepare for an exam, but you won't need that. But it'll let you know which sections you know more and understand about, which is good. It helps you understand where you're learning well and where you're struggling. So to start a Launchpad, well, there's tips and frequently asked questions up at the top, but you start the activity. When you start the activity, let's take a look. It'll give you your first question. Now, it sounds like a lot. You have to reach 750, but this question is worth 15 points. So it does add up fairly quickly. Some questions are 25 points. Okay. It depends on how well you know the material, how quickly you will get through a learning curve. Okay. If you read the book and you study, listen to my mini lectures, you will probably go through this in 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. Some of you, if you're a little slower reading, it'll take you more time. There is no time limit on these. Okay, so here's your question. Now, if you need help, you don't know the answer, I would select at the bottom, read the ebook page on this topic. It'll take you directly to the section of your ebook. There's no penalty for that. If you need a hint, you can select this option, but you will have fewer points. It might become 8 points now. You play around, see what happens, right? If you ask for the answer, it won't give you any points, but sometimes you just need to move on, right? So use these at the bottom, okay? Again, there's a tutorial on this if you want to watch the video, but if you just go in and play with things, it'll save your work. There's no penalty to come and go with this. It's just very relaxed, okay? So again, all work is due Mondays by noon. You will be accessing our video program inside Launchpad. So you will see submit practice video in our Launchpad setting. And I recommend the first week you're going to do lots of tutorials, and it's lots of little reading assignments, which I recommend that you do. This is Macmillan Mobile Video. It's powered by GoReact. I recommend that you download the app on your cell phone and that you record your speeches from your phone. You'll have an audience member recording you, have an audience member timing you, providing you time signals, and we'll go through those details later, but it's really easy to use. You should be standing up, giving your speeches, not sitting down at a computer. So your recording for your phone makes it really easy. And you'll upload to through Launchpad, and you will see the assignments posted. This is just a screenshot of what it will look like. There'll be instructions there for what to do, and you will also be able to see a couple of sample student speeches as well. But this is also where you're going to provide feedback to your classmates on giving speeches. So you will watch their video. There's a text box here. You'll type in a comment, you'll hit enter, and they timestamp your comment. So if you say, I love that slide, the speaker will see the slide that you're commenting on. It's fabulous. And so this is how we're going to be recording speeches. You're going to be learning all of this in week 1. Learn all these programs now while we don't have the pressure and the stress and the anxiety of a speech coming up. And yes, that's my bird in the background. Maybe you heard, but it's best to learn it this week. So I have all of the learning taking place this week. We're going to dive into chapter 1 our second week, but take the time to learn these programs, get to know them, get comfortable with them, practice with them, so you'll be successful the entire semester. I know online learning is a challenge. Together we can do this. I'm here to help you through. I'm trying to be as available and interactive as possible, and so we can do this.